Alright you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be officially Devlog 1 since the first one I posted was labeled Devlog 0. And in this one, I kind of just want to go over what I've done for the past couple weeks in the game and kind of give you guys a tour of what's happening. So one of the first things I ended up doing with this game was making it so that my player could have a dash. And with that, I ended up giving it a dash like ×3 speed and having it last about a half a second. I do eventually want to play with this just a little bit more just to kind of narrow it down to what I really want it to be. And here's how that looks. So this is my Blob's regular speed, but then when I hit the dash for a half a second, he gets himself a little bit of a nice boost. And as of right now, this is going to get tinkered with, but 3 times speed feels like a good enough boost, trying to get him away from everything. And I do eventually want to make him invulnerable during it. Having a hard time doing that, but it's a start. The next thing I worked on was a state machine, and I really just wanted to make it so that he looked the part of the god's ability that he was using, right? I didn't want him to just stay the same color for each one, and I'll kind of give you guys a taste of what that looks like. So as you can see with his little blob running away, he can change colors, right? He can kind of flash different colors on it, and really it's just supposed to match whatever god's ability he will be using at that moment. And while I don't have any of the abilities like made yet, this is kind of a nice indication on switching to it. And really all I'm doing with the state machine is having different abilities for different paths that they've chosen. And with it being an animated sprite, I kind of just have them going flashing in and out of the normal color versus what color I think would represent the god, like the nice blue for Poseidon or a yellow lightning-ish thing for Zeus. And after I finish with that part of the state machine, I'm gonna have more of a state machine like throughout this project, but as of right now I just wanted to have like a visual one in order to make it so it's seen. But after I got done making that state machine kind of work for the time being, I didn't want to make it so that I had somewhere to actually look at how the game would be. So I made a very simple like arena, like a test area that had a couple different things on it. One of the things I have on it is this kind of like water right here, and it's collidable so they can't go through it. And right now the AI doesn't really know how to go across, not really across things, around things, but that's something I'll work on in the future. The other main thing I added to it was this slow area. As you can see, it's like this little, I mean, it's a darker sand as of right now here. If I click on something, no, it's still going to be that blue. But this darker sand area does slow down the player. And I did that just, using an area 2D, and I made it so that it checks what is going in and out of it. And I made Summoner class, and then I also did the same thing with like a temporary enemy template. So that way it can interact with both my player and the actual enemy that I'm having. And as of right now, kind of what I'm thinking is that even when you get out of the sand, it's kind of like quicksand in my mind, but it still kind of drags you down a little bit, which is why I have it wait a few seconds before you get your full speed back. And along the same vein, I do have the enemy's normal speed being a little bit slower than mine. That's just a temporary thing. Some enemies are going to be faster, some will be slower, but as of right now, I'm just trying to get the bare bones gameplay loop going, which kind of leads me to my enemy. As of right now, it's just a nice little Godot logo. Now, with it, I don't have much going on with it outside of it following my player and, just use navigation agent, kind of bare bones simple. Hey, the player's here, go to that spot, and it just follows them around. And like I said, it's having a hard time going through like obstacles like collision blocks, which is basically put because of this. This is giving it the direction of, hey, this is the position to where Summoner is. This needs to change, this logic does, because it's just saying, hey, straight line, go. And I'll adjust that and get it all figured out, because right now I can just kind of sit between the lake, and I'll show you. Like here we are, right? So here's the Godot thing. I could just be on the opposite side, right? It's drawing a straight line here, and so no matter what, I can just kind of dodge him with that. And here's a kind of a good example of the slow area too at this point. So boom, see I'm slower, and I can do it on this side and be safe because that Godot icon is kind of dumb, but that's something I do want to address and fix. And I can do it with any of the obstacles, right? Just straight line, can't go past it. And that kind of leads me to my last little bit that I've worked on these past couple weeks, is doing a simple gameplay loop of the enemy comes, chases me, kind of a game of tag, right? It touches me, I respawn, counts it as a death, and then after the 3 deaths, just shoots me away. And here's a little, oh, it almost got me. Here's a little example of it. I just want to test the 3 lives thing, right? In my mind, you'll have 3 lives to complete a wave. And so I don't want to get hit over there. I want to get hit somewhere far away from it. There we go. And so as you'll see, after I get hit this last time, it's gonna break the game, I guess. That says 4. Okay, maybe it's not gonna break the game. Oh, well, see, that's something to eventually fix, but that's not a point of that, and I am stuck. Yeah, because I'm just completely respawning in that same spot. Pretty impressive, if I say so myself. But that bug aside, I think what happened is I was too close to the respawn point, and so in my code, where I have it teleport me to the spot, I think it just kept teleporting me, and then this clicked faster than it did for... Right, because if it should be... So maybe this just clicked faster than the... If times hit equals 3. Like, it just... I don't know, that doesn't make sense. Because this is going delta. I don't know what happened there. That's a future me bug. But that's kind of the gameplay loop I want. So let's try to get it working this time. Okay, here I am. I'm far enough away. I get hit. Cool. I get far enough away again. I get hit. Cool. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, here we go. I'm far enough away. I get hit. Boom. This would technically be like a respawn screen, or like a game over, right? Try again. But as of right now, it just closes Sumner out. Makes it me unplayable. And that's basically going to be it for this devlog 1. I do in the future want to get these more edited down and to kind of be a better portrayal of what's happening. But along with that same vein, I do want to show you guys something that's coming in the future, and it's going to be the first enemy. So this, in my mind, is going to be like the Ares enemy for his waves, and there'll be bigger versions, smaller versions, fast, slow, stronger, that kind of thing. But I just wanted to give you guys a taste of what's to come art style wise, and that's what I've got for this devlog. If you enjoyed it or have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks.